absolute pain to have to worry about down in and down out. And as an offense, it energizes you for the possibility of a big play at any time.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play, and that'll give him a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Dropping back to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. The right call came in at the right time, give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th. They send Jones left. To throw here on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. While that play was going on, we see that one of their teammates shaken up on the play. Not quite sure what happened, but they're out there to tend to him. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 23. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
From the gun on 3rd down. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now they send their back in motion right. Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Short pass brought in. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. 2nd and 4. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. A lot of mess on the move here. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 34. Has some daylight through the 40. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 8 yards on the play. And they're going to have a first down. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to the well again. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll throw it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
It is caught left side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Dillon makes the catch. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. To throw again, it's Burrow. He's got a man left. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Landover right after this. Commanders ball as we get back for the second, and they're thinking points. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Washington. Extra point attempt coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
At their own 35-yard line.
They're set up at the 35 now. They send a receiver in motion right. Play action on first down. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And they bring him down around the 34. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Throwing now on first down. Has it at the 7. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 32 on the play. And that will set up 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Is into the end zone. Touchdown! The Sentinels make it a 1-score game in the first half. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
That one right down the middle. And the Sentinels cut the lead down to 4.
14. Sentinels 10.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. On first down, they'll run. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Hang on now. Looks like we've got an injured player out there and in need of some aid. So we'll step away briefly as they work on him. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. The tight end going in motion right. Burrow setting up the play action. Complete out to the right.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, his big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down, Burrow to throw. Got his target, it's Dillon. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Burrow from the gun. Hits his running back. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Still sticking with the passing game. Gets him on the in route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
It's a gain of 4 there, and the Commanders will have a first. Now Burrow. This throw is caught. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll throw it again. Hauled in left side.
Complete to number 80.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one. It kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Receiver in motion, headed right. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Has it in close. And that's a Washington touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Setting up to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders drive their lead to 11. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Their offense ready to take the field now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They gotta give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Here's a throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And they'll have first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. On comes the Sentinels punter. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Commanders and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second and 3 now. They kick the running back in motion. From the 34. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Here we go. 3 yards to go.
Done.
Back now, pressure on its way. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. The Commanders ready for the punt. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders push their lead to 18. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Here's a return from the 7. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. This offense ready to get going again now. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back to the air following the pick 6. Able to find Jones. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for and you go out and execute.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll throw on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 5. Short pass brought in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Brought in right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Pass play now. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. So 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. And he missed it. It's no good. And this stays a 3-possession game.
Kid, I have no idea why I talk about banking so much with deposits and withdrawals. But let me tell you right there, that's a withdrawal of trust. Next time around, on a 4th and 1, probably going to see him go for it.
The Commanders head out now late in the first half. They still have access to a pair of timeouts and a little time left, too, so points very much still in play here before the half. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. The rush gets home, and they stick him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Finally a rare win for them against this passing game, and a much-needed one to hopefully restore a little morale on that sidelines. 3 first-half touchdowns. They've been lit up like the 4th of July and really needed something that could be a foothold toward a little momentum before we get to halftime.
Completed to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Looking to throw. He's got the first down grab and still going. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. It's halftime from near the... And with no halftime report this week, it seems, we're going to get right back to the field for the start of quarter number 3. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Commanders ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go. God. God.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Finds the in route, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 3rd and just 2 to go.
11 empty.
Looking to throw, Burrow. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They get 28 out of that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
False start. Offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. To throw again, it's Burrow. Hits his running back. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Running back sent in motion. On third down, here's Burrow. Finds his man over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Here in the third quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They're down 21 now after that last score, and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's incomplete left side.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Hits him on the out route. And he reaches the 35 before going out. The Commanders saw something different, and they're letting them know the challenge flag is
Previous
out.
play is under review.
We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
Well, that didn't break out how they thought it would, and they're going to lose the first of their 3 timeouts for their trouble. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Caught, nice gain left side. Gets it to the 15. And that is a touchdown. The Sentinels start the second half with some needed points. That one splits the uprights. And the Sentinels get it back to a 14-point game.
Sentinels 17.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Return starts at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Option give here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They get 22 on that one. And the Commanders will have a first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10 from the 41. Running back sent in motion left. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Got his target, it's Dillon. And they get this down to the 28. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
First and 10 at the
Burrow from the gun. On target to his man Dillon. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Running for it again. And he's stopped just a little short of the goal line. He's down to the 2. A pickup of 4. That brings up 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Burrow setting to throw. He's on the move. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a 3-possession game. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Returnable from the 2. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Tight end in motion right. Here's a give up the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. From the 46. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. That one vehemently swatted away. And now they're going to face 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them, trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Commanders are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 27-yard line.
From the 27. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Tight end in motion left. 3rd and short, it's Burrow. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Second and 9.
Burrow. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Now Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They'll send out the punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And a fair catch made here at the 17. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Motioning one of the tight ends. Play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Lone back gets the handoff. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Now looking to throw. Irving hauls it in. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Burrow back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Stop! Stop!
Burrow out of the shotgun. Dump off caught by his back. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 3 quarters in the books from this one. The Commanders have possession and a massive lead. This one looking like it could be over. Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing is Burrow. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Now ahead of 3rd down, we get a pause here. They're going to call a timeout. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. This offense making its way back out now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Has the connection to Jones. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll try and throw it here. Short pass brought in. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 3rd and short. He'll look to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll throw it yet again. Jones reels it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And in for the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
He's throwing for it! And he's got a man, complete. And he's in for 2, so don't write him off just yet. I know the chances are slim, but still a small one in this 2-possession game. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Return coming from the 6. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Complete out to the right side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
42. Stop!
From the 39. Throwing the out route complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
7-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Complete out to the right. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
The give here on 2nd. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Burrow from the gun. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know you got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And make this a 19.3 score advantage.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense getting set to go. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. To throw here on first down. Setting up the running back screen. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. To throw it on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. 2nd and 6 coming up here. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He's dropping back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Pass play on 1st and 10. This one finds Irving. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Here's 2nd and 2. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Working inside the red zone. Completed over the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. 2nd and 3 now. Right side, cut by Davis. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Shotgun now on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. He has the touchdown. They'll try this extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Sentinels shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. Do they get their own kick back? Yes! What a play!
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Another carry for him. Into the second level past the 30. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders nearing their first win of the season. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Behind.
Running it now out of the gun. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. They'll run now on second down. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down for a loss. The defense takes its third and final timeout.